Well, folks, we're back to end of the weekend on the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. That's if you're watching it as they come out. If you're watching it some other time, then, well, hey, happy random day that you're on. Hope you guys enjoying the videos so far. If you are enjoying the videos, make sure you hit subscribe, get notified, tell your parents, grandparents, and lovers and haters. And of course, you know to leave that juicy thumbs up for us. It really does help the algorithms a lot. Your boy, the Vuvuzela, is ready to play some FM Manager Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. Run that intro. What's up, all you beautiful people? Your boy, the Vuvuzela, is in the building, and so is FC24, and we are doing beautifully at the moment. Life is good. Life is good. Although we did have a little bit of a patchy couple of games, but we're good. We're good. We took on some big teams, and unfortunately, you know, we didn't do too well. We didn't do great. Of course, let's have a look at that. Last time out, of course, we beat Solothurn in the Schweizer Cup. We then played 6 games since then. We lost to Young Boys 3-2. Young Boys are second in the league. Very, very good. It's also a derby, by the way. I had no idea that was a derby, so there's that. We were winning 2-0 after 10 minutes, and the second half, they just came right at us. We then bounced back with a 38-minute goal against Grasshoppers at Grasshoppers, which is a good result. We then lost to bottom of the table, Luzerne. But I'll just rotate some of the players, give some of the players a chance, rest some key players, and we decided to rest Malhorst and bring in Shakor, and he got sent off after 31 minutes. His first game of the season gets sent off at 31 minutes. Marks did manage to score a goal, but they managed to score 4 ahead of us. And then we took on Lugano, which is probably the most frustrating game that we've had. We were leading 2-0 at half, or 2-1 at halftime. They scored in the 88th and 94th minute to clinch that victory. We then bounced back with a 3-1 victory over Servette, and more recently in the Schweizer Cup. I didn't come back for that game. It wasn't a good game. It was an okay game against Winther. We beat them 3-2 thanks to Dos Santos scoring in the 96th minute, denying extra time. Today we've got 2 games for you. We're taking on St. Gallen first in 4th place. We're then going to just bypass these 2 games and then come back for Sion in a month's time, basically. 4th and 5th is where we're heading for this little fixture that we've got today, this thing. In terms of just news and what's going on, we have officially sold a player in Vasily Janisic, 32-year-old Serbian. He is still very, very good, but at 32, he is going on the decline, and we did get a nice, juicy 2.45 million from him. So that's at least something, I guess. We weren't really utilizing him. And then in the Schweizer Cup, we got Basel, which will be on an upcoming episode, probably the one after this one. We'll do the Basel, and then maybe just, depending how we do on that, we'll see how we go from that. But that's for a different time. We are taking on St. Gallen first. That's in a few days. It's actually 2 days. It is actually 2. I thought it was sort of a few days. It was 1 day away. Okay. Ooh. Anyway, that's the game we're taking on. Team news, we can have a look at the team, the starting lineup. A couple of injuries that have plagued us over those last 6 games. The likes of Kakuri still coming back from injury. Wood picked up a slight injury. He's coming back. And Elsring also picked up an injury. Also, in all of saying that, Gutbub was suspended for the previous game. And I think it was also... No, Malas was... Yeah, Malas was also suspended for this period. That's the other one. So we'll bring in Malhouse back into that way. And Gutbub can come back onto the bench for now. We'll do it like that. We'll bring in Ferrari on the left. Gapap could be on the right. In terms of striker, though, I need to speak about Felipe here. What a striker. 8 played, 6 goals. Absolutely fantastic. 10 and 10 in total. Of course, the 2 cup games. Picked up 4 goals in those 2 cup games. He has been absolutely instrumental in our fight for the league. And in terms of that, we can just have a quick little look. We're sitting in 3rd place, 11 points behind Young Boys in 2nd. So I don't think a top 2 is where we're looking at. I think we're looking at 3rd to 4th, around there, and for continental excellence. But if you look at it, the likes of Zurich are 3 points behind us. So it is very tight from 2nd to 7th, which is why I've come back for the St. Gallen and Sion games. I think those 2 games would be very important in the bid for the championship. In terms of past winners, I actually wanted to point this out. Young Boys have literally just dominated the Swiss League, and before that was Basel. I spoke about Grasshoppers being a powerhouse. That was back in 2000. That's been 20 plus years that they have been a powerhouse, almost 30 years ago. And I wanted to mention, I did have a look at this. Thun, highest ever placing, was 2nd in 2004-2005. They went on for continental competition then. It was in the Europa, and they got knocked out in the group stages for that one. So that was just something very interesting that I just had a little bit of history on Thun. I was looking up on it. But you can see in the last 4 or 5 years, there's been almost a different team in the runners-up, except for Luzerne, who came twice. They're sitting at the bottom of the table now. So the Swiss League is all over the place when it comes to that 2nd to last place. I just noticed Roth isn't 100% fit. I'm going to start him. This is a big game. We need all the players. So this is how we're going to line up. Estudante, I think he's still developing. He's not great. He has conceded 23 goals in 14 games. Like I said, not ideal, but he is getting better and better after every game. Mulhouse on the right has been absolutely amazing for us. 1 goal and 1 assist. Munovic and Sadis have been pretty darn solid in the sentiment. Munovic not getting all the headering goals that he got last season. I mean, if you saw last season, picked up 6 goals from that headering position. I thought Sadis would also be contributing a little bit more to the corners. He hasn't. He's only scored 1 goal in the Swiss Cup for us this season. Ben Elmer on the left-hand side. He's going to continue there. He's actually performing okay. Our fullbacks in this sort of formation hasn't been as fruitful as, let's say, this formation. I'm not 100% sure why, but we're going to keep with this one. I think I am considering maybe playing a different formation for this formation for the weaker teams. It just seems that maybe, we can be a little bit more on the front foot depending on what tactic they use. Roth will be in the centre mid after Kakuri, who's had a brilliant start to the season, is still recovering from his injury. On the right-hand side, Marks has really stepped up as a midfielder on the right. 3 assists and 1 goals in 7 games for him. On the left-hand side, we've been using the injured Einsring a lot on that side with 3 assists. Ferrari has come in every now and then just to help out and has actually picked up an assist as well. Expecting big things from him. Up front, Pacencia has sort of calmed down in the last few games. He had, before the last 3 games, he had 4 goals, 0 assists. So he's picked up 2 assists in that one, but he's sort of fallen off a little bit. The same can be said for Grando. He has just picked up 2 assists in the last game, which I guess is nice. And then we did mention Ariagaba, or Felipe, as I like to affectionately call him. He has been absolutely great up front since coming in. We're going to the match. We're taking on St. Gallen. It is at home at the Stockhorn Arena in Thun. Let's go to the game. Right, this is a big game for us. You can see our goal difference is on -2, which doesn't really help our cause that much. They'll be conceding so many goals in the games. And the goals have sort of dried up a little bit, which is why I'm actually considering seeing how the other tactic does as well, now that we've sort of more established as a Super League team. And Ferrari just got in there 16 minutes in. He just scored his first ever goal. Ferrari, Enya Ferrari, what a finish. What an absolute, I was just mumbling and rambling, and Marks on the left-hand side cut into his fellow left-handed actual player, and Silovic was left absolutely zero chance from Ferrari, who, I must say, I didn't speak up about him during the transfer market. I was saying he was going to be definitely a sort of backup player, especially considering the other players that we did bring in for that left-hand side. But he has stepped up in the last 4 games that he's, sort of come in as a substitute and made his mark. So shout out to him getting that goal now. Maybe a food for thought that Azering hasn't done as well in recent terms, so maybe he's got a shot for that first-team football. Here he is again, Ferrari, a good ball through to Pacencia, looking for options. He tries the same sort of shot that Ferrari tried, but not to the same sort of quality that we're looking for. Of course, a win here will mean we open up a 5-point gap over us and St. Gallen, which is pretty much huge in the terms of that continental place in football. I think we can establish that we're not going to get relegated bar any huge catastrophes. So we are looking to try and get into that continental place. I think that is a realistic goal for us, considering how well we've played on and how well Grando just pickpocketed the midfielder there. I didn't see who it was. Minusovic now has possession. We're going to cut through. Roth has played quite well as a backup in the DM role. Ferrari through again. Ferrari cuts inside again. And he's picked up a second. A beautiful little pass from Pacencia to open up the space there. Took it from his left foot onto his right foot. He's much weaker foot there. And he's managed to find the back of the net. Cuts it onto his right. Just a little nick across the keeper. We're 2-0 up in 30 minutes. It's exactly the type of result that we desperately needed. It also helps the goal difference a little bit better, taking it down to just 0 now. And now we can look to build on this a little bit with Saris to Malhouse, back to Minusovic. If we can kill the game off before halftime, that would be absolutely fantastic. Marks coming in on that side. Marks with the similar type of shot that Ferrari had earlier. And we look like we are on good form at the moment, actually. We look like we're getting some good little momentum moving forward. Pacencia with a long-range effort. Luis Carlos picked up an assist, picked up a goal. The South African Portuguese is showing why we spent that money on him. A good little touch, one-time shot. Sivilik having a horrid time in a goal at the moment. Beaten on both his sides of the post. He's just struggling to get in there. And that is actually a fantastic result at halftime. 3-0 up. I'm going to tell the team I'm happy. We've taken a lot of shots on target. We can start converting a little bit more and really, really kill off the game. We've had 9 shots, 6 on target. And every now and then this tactic just proves that we can shut out games a lot. And yes, we are conceding a few goals, but maybe in the long term, if we can find maybe a better center pairing for Saris, maybe Minusovic isn't the best option. And Marks now on the back post. Marks getting in on the action. There you go. There you go. The more he's featured on that right-hand side, the better he has been getting. And there he is stepping up. A good little tap back to we'll try that again. Ben Elmer, and a beautiful little header for Marks. Puts it 4-0 up now, and we have a damaged St. Gallen's goal difference. They were sitting on +3 before the game started. They're sitting on -1 now. Absolutely fantastic. Which does mean they drop out of continental football after this. Let's make some swaps there. Roth looking a little bit tired there. He did come in with a little bit of a knock. And so we'll bring on Asani on that side. Grando not playing 100%. We'll bring in Houghton. Give him a little bit. Felipe not playing well. Campbell, time to come in. Show your worth a little bit. He hasn't featured as much this season with only 2 games, or 4 games. 1 as a striker, 1 as a left mid, and 2 as a right attacking midfielder in the first 2 games. So hopefully he can just, find a little bit of form as well. He did have a little bit of a long-term injury So that's why he hasn't really featured. I've been using Gutbub as a striker more. But here comes Houghton, gives it away to Stanish. That wasn't very good from Houghton, but Benelmer will pick that up. Saris looking for options. Asani down to Houghton. This time he gives a good pass to Campbell, and Marks taking it from outside the box. A thunderous left foot strike, making it 5-0. This game is all but wrapped up, and this is exactly what we want to see as a team fighting for that continental position. A beautiful strike there from Marks. 5-0 ups. That's his second of the game. Both my wingers both have 2 goals apiece. Mulhouse with the throw in now. Asani. Mulhouse looking for options, cuts inside himself, goes for goal, wants to get in on the action, and that just risks a little bit left of the pole. Of course, Young Boys and Basel, I know it shows that we only 8 points, but they've got a game in hand over both of us, and only 1 point between the two of them. At one stage, Basel was like 8 points ahead, so shout out to Young Boys for closing that down. Look at that, 19 shots, 10 on target, 5 goals, an XG of only 1.51, which is bonkers. But there we go, Leonardo Marquez, 2 goals from him, 1 assist. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. You know, shout out to Ferrari coming in and maybe showing that maybe he deserves a more of a first team like run out. I like that. That was very, very good. I'm impressed with that. Okay. Well, guys, I've got 2 games to play a little bit off camera. Coming back for that Scion game. Don't go anywhere. It'll be back in just a mo. Right, guys, we're back for the Scion game. Have a look at the last 2 games. We drew with Winter Thrower after we beat them in the Schweizer Cup 2-1. Ferrari picking up a goal again. And then against Stade Lucerne Auchi, beating them 3-0. Felipe, Luis Carlos, and Kakuri getting on the score sheet for that one. We've got Scion coming next. They've dropped a little bit in the league to 7th. We have sort of opened up a 4-point lead over Lugano in 4th place. And we have a 6-point lead over Zurich, 9 over Scion. So we're looking good for continental football. In terms of team news, this is what we're going with. We're going with Mulhouse. Saris and Wood are going to start as the 2 centre-backs. Reason being is that, well, we didn't concede a goal in the last game. Milosevic was suspended for that one. And these 2 have actually played well together. So I'm going to try and maybe see if this is the solution to all those goal leaking. Benelmer is still injured, so Tello has come in. He's actually played fairly well in the 2 games on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, came in as a sub after that suspension we had from Schalke, and he actually picked up an assist during that game. So shout out to Tello on the right-hand side. Kukuri is back to full fitness almost. He's going to be in the midfield ahead of Roth. On the right-hand side, Gutbub will start after Marks is suspended. Ferrari continuing to hold down the fort on the left-hand side. 6 played, 3 goals, 1 assist, as opposed to Elsring, who has yet to score a goal for the club. So we're going to stick with him on that side, the 22-year-old Italian. Houghton and Pacencia are going to come up front. Houghton recently complained that he's not getting enough game time, although Grando is probably the better of the 2 players in terms of attacking midfielder. I'm going to just give maybe Houghton a run of like 3 or 4 games just to get him in there. He has played 1 game, scored 1 goal already in his thing and 1 assist, so hopefully he can increase his numbers. Pacencia has just been absolutely fantastic the last 3 games, so he will continue. And then Aragaba Felipe continuing his goal form at the moment. Let's take on Scion at Scion at the Stade de Tourbillon. That's where we go in. Kickoff is underway at the Stade de Tourbillon in Sion in Switzerland. They've got the first attempt at a free kick. And Estudante picked up a lovely little save there. It is possible that we might be looking for a better top-class goalkeeper in the summer. That might be the play. I don't think we'll find anyone in the January transfer, to be completely honest on that one, but we'll have a look. Studente has, he's got all the credentials to be a very good goalkeeper. He just hasn't really fit the team mold as much as I want him to. And that could be because of the lack of good defending as well. We can't just completely solely blame the goalkeeper in that one. But yeah, I think that is maybe a spot of concern for the team at the moment. The other concern that I do have is my defenders at the moment, the two centre-backs. I think Saris is very good. I think he just needs a very good defensive partner. And maybe Wood is that guy. Up front, though, Ferrari is showing the business that he can play as that wide midfielder on the left-hand side. Kukuri with the corner now. Goes to the near post. Can't clear signs. Felipe picks up the loose ball. And Kukuri then just loses out to Zagre and wins a throw-in instead. We've been struggling a little bit with our set pieces. Our corners haven't been as prolific as they have in the past. Tello now has possession with Wood. Tello looking for options on a yellow card. Really, we do get a lot of yellow cards in there. I think it's something that we also might need to look at. Maybe we've got to remove the get stuck in option, because we do get stuck in quite often. Saris looking for Gutbub. Picked him up right on the flank there. Mulhouse looking for options. Kukuri goes for goal and just shoots wide in the end. It took a deflection and he was offside off Felipe. So that's not going to count as we move towards half-time. We've been pretty quiet at the moment. I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. I think we should have been a little bit more emphatic with our chances. 3 shots, 2 on target. They've had a little bit more shots on target than us. Far from pleased with what I've seen from this team. We need to do a lot better. The likes of Houghton as the playmaker needs to do a lot better. Pacencia needs to improve a little bit. Their Gutbub has been absolutely poor on that right-hand side. We do have Dos Santos who can slot in there if need be on the bench, which I think might be the play going forward. I think Houghton, will be taken off as well for Grando. And maybe that's how we just go about it and just give Houghton as much game time as he wants. In fairness, he hasn't been given much game time. He is on a regular starter salary. But now they've got the ball in now through the wing, looking for Zagra. Estudante comes out and claims that beautifully. He might look to go long here. He does go long to the flanks. Pacencia gets the chance. A bit of a mistake from the defender. Pacencia cuts inside, takes this chance, and Ricard saves that. It was a bit directly at him. We do have the corner with Gutbub taking the corner. Goes to the near post. Sadis couldn't get the chance. Houghton back to Felipe. Back to Houghton. Kukuri goes all the way back to Tello for some reason. Should have maybe just cut inside and try and shoot. Could have just, turned around. That could have been an option. Wood clears it. Not well, though, because Ren now has a position. Vasic is through. Cuts inside. A good save from Mr. Dante on his near post. That was crucial. That was very, very crucial. Ren with the corner. Goes to the far post. Zagre was there, and Estudante yet again. He's been, after saying that we might be looking for a new goalkeeper, he has turned up today. That is his 5th top save there, and a good solid punch out to clear the blinds. A rip will pick up. We're going to make some swaps in this game. Houghton has not been performing at all. Grando will come in there. Gutbub as well, looking a little bit tired. Dos Santos and then Kukuri will come in off for Roth. I think those are the 3 that we're going to do for now. Mulhouse and Tello both on yellow cards. Mulhouse looking a little bit tired as well. Might look to sub him off in a little bit. Just to do something. Yeah, let's try that. Mulhouse is looking very tired on the right-hand side. We do have Zollner on the bench. And Kessler and Milosevic. I could move. Let's try Zollner on the right-hand side. Let's give him a run. I was going to say I could move Tello over to the centre mid position. He's not played fairly well either. I don't really want to play Wood at left back and bring on Milosevic. We do have that option for the bench, but I just don't think it's necessary. Now, Wood is not great on the left-hand side. Here comes Ganger, though, and Rohana has possession. Sion life to build up from the back, and we do have quite a high press at the moment, which tends to help. And that was brilliant from Grando. Picks it up, pickpocketed him, and that is the goal. That is what Leon Grando brings us. What an inspirational sub. I'm a genius. I'm an absolute genius. Grando pushed on the Sentinini, picked up the pickpocket him there. He was too casual on the board. And Leon Grando puts it past Ricard for a cracker of a goal. And that could be the all-deciding factor, that goal right there in the 80th minute. There is still a little bit of time to just hold on to. Estudante goes long with this one. Felipe looking for the option, can't pick him up. They've got possession now and they can counter. We have in the past been susceptible to late-minute drama, which I don't like. I won't lie. I'm not a big fan of that. They're playing from the back again. Schmidid, who's come in after the mistake from the previous defender, Santini. Grando now has possession. Roth loses out. It was a poor pass from Grando. Sudares comes in through Estudante. I think had his lines covered, but it was offside in the end. And I think this game is going to end off at 1-0. A fantastic little victory. It does put us in a good position at the top of the table. In third place after that. Absolutely fantastic. You can see there, we now, 7 points behind? No, it can't be 7 points. 5 points behind Basel. My maths was off. But Basel and Young Boys do have 2 games in hand each. So maybe a top 2 is not going to be likely unless they really do bottle those up. But in terms of us, we're now 7 points clear of 4th place and looking a little bit more comfortable in 3rd place. That makes it 5 unbeaten for the squad. In terms of when we're coming back, I'm gonna play a lot of Football Manager, and I think we'll come back for maybe the Young Boys game, or maybe we're doing Young Boys at the end of the season. That could be very crucial. So I think we'll come back. I think we'll come back for the Swasa Cup, guys, and then we'll play it by ear. So I'm gonna play these games in between, and I think Schweizer Cup might be the option where we're coming back. You guys will see, though. When I come back, I'm back. Well, folks, there you have it. 2 very, very important games. 2 very, very important games that shape up how the Swiss League is looking. We're challenging, guys. We're challenging for that continental football. I love it. I love it. We have built up a good enough team to challenge. We might not be there where Young Boys and Basel are, but we're doing our best that we can with the resources that we have. Hope you guys enjoying the video. If you are, make sure you give us a thumbs up and, of course, leave a comment or 2 down below. Your boy, the First Up, is out of here. Peace. Chicken grease.